Thank you for being here, and welcome to a very special premiere, debut, whatever you want to call it, of World of Color 1, which is something we're extraordinarily proud of. I think the whole 100th anniversary concept began about 2.5 years ago. And one of the things that we heard from the company was the fact that we wanted to celebrate and mark this milestone and all of the business divisions, all the units around the world. And we heard that and kind of heard that we would be part of that. And then we said, well, being part of it is okay. Being the center of it, being the heart of it, and being the year-long exposure of it is the way that we want to go here at the Disneyland Resort. So we are so incredibly excited to be part of the 100th anniversary, and so excited that you guys are able to be part of it as well. We're going to kick off this celebration tonight with one of two spectaculars. And I don't think there's a better word than spectacular for what you're going to see tonight and tomorrow when we launch not just World of Color 1, but also Wondrous Journeys over at the Disneyland Park. They are two exquisite creations that a very hard-working team put together. We'll talk about that in a minute. I also wanted to make sure that everybody knows that beyond those two nighttime spectaculars, Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railroad is also debuting. In fact, we're ribbon-cutting it tomorrow, which I think is going to be outstanding. We had a lot of our cast members going through it on a soft open today, and if the concept and the request of I would love to write it again and again and again is any indication of the positive reception that we got from Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, I think we're in really good shape. And by the way, as I was telling a number of different friends earlier tonight, the attraction is fantastic. By the way, the first time that we developed an attraction featured Mickey and Minnie in a full-blown ride-through experience. I kind of find it hard to believe that that's the first time we've ever done that here at the Disneyland Resort. It seems way overdue, don't you think? I think the other thing that is really also important is the fact that when you think about Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, you also think about all the reimagining we've done for Toontown. And so when you all get a chance to see that, I think you're going to be very proud of what we're doing. What makes this night in particular so incredibly special is the fact that we're able to perform this show for this audience filled with our cast members. And I think it's important for you guys to recognize that we talked about this a lot and how to go forward and do this. We made a very, very quick and easy decision, which is we wanted to showcase all of our new products to the cast members to give them a chance to see this first before anybody else, because we are so grateful for all that you guys do. We just wanted to make sure we were expressing that in many, many ways. So thank you all very much for that. You get it, right? You guys are all the Disney difference. You're the special sauce. You are the difference makers. I think that's all part and parcel of being a Disney cast member and what it's all about. I think what's also really important is this show has a very special message that I think connects beautifully for what we do as cast members. You're going to hear a little bit in the show about the fact that we all can make a difference. That it begins with a drop, it leads to a ripple, it leads to a wave. We are the same thing. It begins with a hello, it leads to a conversation, it evolves into a memory. This is really the impact that our cast members, that you guys can have on our business, and really on the guest experience that we think is so incredibly important. So it's so important for us to think about that wave. You know, Walt started that wave, a long time ago with his dream of this place called Disneyland. And you guys continue that wave of inspiration. And again, we're incredibly proud of you and grateful to you. I also wanted to take a minute to call out the Disney Live Entertainment team, who have been working shows to life, countless late nights, countless, think about how cold it was over the last couple of weeks, countless tweaks and changes and evolutions to get it just right. And this team worked so incredibly hard, and all of the people that worked with them to get this show to where it is tonight. And we're, again, so thrilled to be able to present it to you. I really want to just bring this to close and just say, I am so excited for you to see this show tonight. I am also incredibly excited for our guests to see it beginning Friday. I know both you and our guests are going to love it because World of Color 1 is truly special, just like you guys. Thanks very much, guys. Enjoy the show, and we really do appreciate everything you do to make this a very, very special place. The happiest place on earth. Thank you, everybody.
Good evening, everyone. In just a few minutes, the lights surrounding Paradise Bay will be dimmed, so you may fully experience Disney's nighttime spectacular, World of Color 1. For your safety and for the safety of others, please remain in the same area until the lights return to normal. And please be advised that guests located close to the waterfront will get wet. We hope you enjoy this presentation in celebration of Disney's first 100 years. World of Color 1 begins in just a few minutes. Thank you.
Buenas noches a todos. En tan solo unos minutos, las luces alrededor de Paradise Bay se atenuarán para que puedan disfrutar del gran espectáculo nocturno de Disney, World of Color 1. Por su seguridad y la de los demás, por favor permanezcan en su sitio hasta que las luces sean restauradas. Y por favor tengan en cuenta que los visitantes situados cerca de la orilla del agua se mojarán. Esperamos que disfruten esta presentación en conmemoración de los primeros 100 años de Disney. World of Color 1 comenzará en unos cuantos minutos. Gracias.
My greatest reward is to have the public appreciate and accept what I've done all these years. That is a great reward.
One man, one dream. 100 years ago, Walt Disney set ripples of happiness and imagination in motion. He showed us how little ripples can become great waves. It just takes one.
A dream that's calling out, hope lighting up the dark. A single act of love. Just imagine all the ways that it could start. You'd be the one to start the motion, stand alone, stir the ocean, be the hand that reaches out to the unknown. Sometimes just one drop is all it takes. See the ripples, watch them turn to waves. You never know who it might touch, and soon it might be your eyes. Maybe there's a world that you can change.
starts when we decide.
Oh, yeah. Oh, amazing.
What is that?
I don't really know.
You don't know, and you're eating it.
You know, if you just sort of muscle your way past the gag reflex, all kinds of possibilities open up.
I've got to teach you about food. Do you know how to fix it? This is your chance.
But a great artist can come from anywhere. Music is all I think about. I remember one time my dad took me to this jazz club. That's when I knew I was born to play.
Your class was the only reason I went to school.
Simba, he's alive. It is time. Look up there. He lives in
Looks like the winds are changing. Going back means I'll have to face my past.
Ow! Jeez, what was that for? It doesn't matter. It's in the past. But the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it. So what are you going to do? I'm going back.
Someone else.
The whole family proud. Sometimes the world seems against you. The journey may leave us scarred. Moana, listen. Do you know who you are?
just been a sort of dress rehearsal. We're just getting started.
Maybe it's a smile on the subway. Maybe it's a whisper in the dark. Maybe it's a hug against the heartache. There's a million different ways that it can start. But someone has to start it. Start the motion, throw the stone, stir the ocean, be the hand that reaches out for the unknown. Sometimes just one see the ripples that you never know what might touch, so it might be yours. Maybe there's a world that you can change. So start doesn't have to be some big gesture. Most simple acts of kindness never are. But some you might be on a grand adventure, tracing out the path among the stars. Might be the one to stop the motion, stand alone, stay ocean, be the hand that reaches out for the unknown. Sometimes just one drop is all it takes. See the ripples rise and
Thank you for joining us for World of Color 1. Remember, like Walt Disney, you have the power within to make a difference. Make your wave.
Gracias por acompañarnos en esta presentación de World of Color 1. Y recuerden, igual que Walt Disney, cada uno de ustedes tiene el poder interior para marcar la diferencia. Inicien su propia ola.
Thank you for watching, folks. Let us know what you thought of World of Color 1.